That's a thing. Accent. Oh, that's the thing too. Overture 56. I'm Kevin. Nolan's here.
I'm Nolan. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Drew will be here at some point, so you will be able to get your Love on the Spectrum talk you've all been waiting for.
I've been waiting for it.
But while we wait, I want to discuss the apparent finale of the hit internet series Skibbity Toilet. We have at episode 70, part 3, seems to be the end of this current chapter of Skibbity Toilet. Scientist Toilet has been defeated. All the heroes showed up.
Jesus.
And the ending, which I think, in retrospect, is the greatest ending that could be done for Skibbity Toilet. Because as we all know, Skibbity Toilet is made using Half-Life 2's source filmmaker assets. So what ending could it be but as the creator, Da Fuck Boom himself, shows up like the G-Man and tells the main Skibbity Toilet cameraman that the time is now done, but I will be calling for you in the future. Just like the G-Man, just like the ending of Half-Life 1. So, which is like, yeah, it makes sense.
We gotta put Skibbity Toilet away for the future.
Yeah, I
Who
think
knows when he'll be needed.
but it can come back again whenever, just like, because it's, yeah, you used all the Half-Life assets, of course you're going to use the Half-Life ending. And
Skibbity.
yeah, Skibbity.
We may need you.
Bop, bop.
We may need you in the future.
Well, yeah, the cameraman might come back because he alluded there might be other threats out there. Who knows what toilets may show up? I think he's just done with doing Skibbity Toilet, and the guy just wants to go back and make some silly source filmmaker Team Fortress 2 things.
Time for the rise of.
Oh, Drew, we're talking about the end of Skibbity Toilet.
Oh, okay. I'll come back then. How long?
No,
do you guys
no,
need?
no. Now that you're here, you and Nolan can talk about Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Valentine's
promised
Day
it,
show.
and now it's here.
Yeah. Now it's time for our short little rant about good,
It's so wholesome.
very good reality shows.
It's really good. Cause like it's like part of you looks at it with like the dark eye of like, yeah, but isn't this still exploitative?
Oh
But,
yeah,
you know,
it is. But
it's also like it's more educational too.
Would you say its heart is in the right place, but also the wrong place because it's exploiting? But it's like it's the duality of man.
So my argument for it not being exploitative is that it's not an originally American show. It's like Australian, and then like the creators came here, I guess, because American TV is like, oh yeah, we can make that. So you'll still hear like the Aussie behind the camera ask questions, and it's just like, because the first time I heard it, it's like, why is he Australian? That's random. It's like, oh, it's because it's his show.
yeah, that's
And so I imagine he came over because he's like, no, this is a very delicate show to make, and I am not going to have my brand be sullied by soulless corporate suits who just exploit these, like, innocent people
So it's more like
for a quick buck.
it is kind of exploitative, as obviously the autistic dating show is going to be, but not to the extent of we're not going to turn you into like Honey Boo Boo Chris Chan, where everyone's laughing at these people and ruining their lives.
Yes, exactly. And I think they do a good job of like grabbing people of different functioning levels. Like there's high functioning people, and like, you know, people have more trouble with their neurodivergency. There's
I mean, you got on one end Danny.
Yeah, tell me the interests.
Yeah.
Tell
Very,
me the
very
fascinations. That's what I'm here
okay.
for.
So Danny is obsessed with animation, and she has her own animation studio that she's trying to launch. I think she has a YouTube channel that you can follow to actually see her stuff. But the problem is she's like too focused on it's like, no, I only want to date someone who has like a business degree and can help me run my studio.
Yeah, I want someone that's also in animation that'll help me run my studio. And I'm just like, Danny, that's not necessarily what you need. You just need someone that's, interesting with you. But that's all she wants.
No, but
That's
that's
she
why
doesn't
it's love up the spectrum. I get this.
Yeah.
she, which is also like there's plenty of people where it's like, yeah, I just want a business partner. It's like that's what you're actually looking for, Danny. You just want a business partner.
Yeah, you don't need to romance the guy who's running the state or the guy or girl who's running the business. They can just do that.
Danny, you can just hire someone to do that to help run your business.
You can hire.
It's separate from a relationship. And like I guess her
Listen,
her
Phil
audience-
Spencer's gonna be out of a job tomorrow, so he's ready. You can hire him to run your animation studio.
But then there's what's his name? Is it Samar? The
Jamal something, yeah,
Jamal?
the Indian guy.
What's he into?
He's he's like Rain Man, like
Yeah.
straight up, where he has very low social interaction skills. But like he can straight up, like you give him two numbers, he can multiply them. You ask him, hey, what was March the 30th, 1982, and he'll tell you what day it was.
Ah, so he, as the internet would say, he got the math autism instead of the My Little Pony autism,
Oh yeah.
which is one of my favorite little Tumblr posts of someone saying, "Crap, I got the My Little Pony one."
What's I'm
And
trying
so
to
like
remember her
he
name.
goes on this date with this like nice lady, and I think she has Down syndrome.
Yeah, she does.
And it's just like the sweetest date of
I
just like, oh, they're
know.
having a good time. And she tries to start talking about TV, and he just shuts it down because he doesn't watch TV.
Hell
And so,
yeah,
like,
that's Chad. Chad move. Oh, I'm
And so
impressed.
And so after the date, there's like this like breakdown of like debriefing, I should say, not breakdown, but this like debrief where they like talk about like, okay, it's like, but maybe next time on the date you ask her about what her interests are. You ask her about,
Oh,
what
that's like
TV show
actually
she likes.
good. Okay, so this
Yeah.
show's doing the
They-
work. It's not
Yeah.
just we're not throwing like we're not the Jersey
Yeah.
Shore where we're throwing the trash at each other and then filming them as they like fight.
No.
Right, and that's what's so hard. Where it's like I say, it's still exploitive.
Oh, it is exploitive.
But it's also like they have a relationship advisor on the show who's like very high functioning autism, but still like she is on the spectrum, and so she's able to like relate to the stars, the cast.
You
Yeah.
just say the cast, the characters.
The people she's helping.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We also have my man James.
Oh, he loves the lovely ladies.
He does.
Oh wait, that's Steve. James is.
Oh yeah.
James is
Oh
sick.
my God. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, let's talk about James. Then we can go to Steve.
James is he's going to the Renaissance Festival, and he is in full decked out Lord gear.
He loves his
And-
swords.
Oh,
Oh
he
man.
Sounds
He's
like
got the
James
coolest
be going,
little
would he be
fact.
going to Green Dragon Fest?
I don't think so. I don't think
I
he
don't
cares
know.
about like tabletop.
No, he
But I
just
think
wants
he
to
would
be
want
at the
to go-
Renaissance Festival
He
as the
lo-
king.
yeah, he
Yeah.
loves the atmosphere, is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so he'd be
And, like-
going to Evermore.
And James has it hard, I think, because like he's like neurodivergent, but also his parents are just weird.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
his
hell yeah.
dad especially is just like this really like eclectic guy. So it's like he has to. So it's like what socialism he does have is like weird socialization.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But more importantly, we got my main man Steve, who's
Yeah,
just an older gentleman.
yeah, he's like late 50s. early 60s,
Oh my god, I just
and
What's he
he
into?
only he's only recently been diagnosed in the past few years as having autism.
Oh,
So he's got
he's
his
living my
whole
fear.
life. Yeah, he's
yes.
got his whole life knowing something's wrong. I don't quite fit like I should.
That is one of my legitimate fears. No,
I
or I'm like, oh no.
but like he's such a nice and charming guy. He's like,
Uh-huh.
wow, so interesting.
Like I
Amazing.
say, he loves the lovely ladies.
Yo, he's smooth. He's real smooth. Like hands down.
They went
Uh,
to they're in San Francisco. They went to a Japanese tea garden.
Okay, no, he knows what he's doing.
he's got Riz. I'm gonna be honest. I'll give Steve's got some Riz. Uh, and then we have our fight of Abby, who does have her obsession is Disney and the Lion King
And animals.
and animals. I love them. They're my favorite. But like she has the most heartwarming like love story
Uh-huh.
of meeting David, and I'm like, oh, that's so precious, it's so
But
sweet.
also, she's like 12.
Yeah,
Like, she's very sweet and innocent, and it's just like, yeah, you're like a 12-year-old girl.
yeah.
And then there's one more. I can't remember her name. She's in Greenville, South Carolina, and I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like she's the one who's like highest
Uh,
functioning. But then she also has dyslexia and number dyslexia.
Oh, the cocktail.
Kaylin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's like on it for a bit and is like, all right, I'm good. So
God, she had the worst story though. Where
I
she's
know.
like, yeah, I went on a date with a guy once, and I brought along like my companion dog, and I also he like
Hate
asked
that.
about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I just train dogs, and like he wouldn't drop it, and finally I had to tell him like, yeah, I have autism, and he just stood up and left.
That's the
Oh
worst one.
no.
Yeah, and it's just like, what? What a piece of human garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not a Chad move.
No.
That is the
Samir.
that is the kind of person that I would expect to be on reality TV.
Yeah.
Where they bring in the nice lady and then they say I have autism and then they have like the zoom in stun and he goes hell no and just runs away.
Oh my gosh, it gets so much better. So I will say there's only one part of the show that I'm like, this is weird. It's whenever they do the introductions of like they're going on a date, they'll do, oh well, she loves dogs and hates spiders, or
Oh yeah.
she loves that, and then they do it for the people that don't have autism, and I'm just going, wait, what?
Are they
Hold on.
dating people that don't have autism too, or is this
Sometimes they
exclusively
do.
autism
Yeah.
on autism?
Sometimes
no, it's like equally matched or whatever. If they're like more severe case of autism, then they're like going on a date with someone who's also in that same category.
Okay, I get
Whereas
what
if they're
you're
higher
saying.
functioning, like I think Caitlyn goes on a date with a guy who's not neurodivergent. He's neurotypical. Like
He's just a weird dude.
Yeah.
no,
so,
he's
like,
not even. He's just a normal. I
Yeah.
don't want to say normal guy, but like
Nah,
he's just. He's not even like weird like us. He's like
that's what I'm
No, yeah.
saying. I
like
classify
I'm like,
myself
no,
as a
dude.
weird dude.
It's like, hold on, it's Steve, Danny, James, and Kaylin. Those are the three that like have also dated people that aren't on the spectrum.
See,
in
that's
the
why
show.
I would classify myself as a weird dude because while I fear the autism diagnosis, I don't think so. But also, I'm weird dude. I'm talking about Skibbity Toilet.
No, it's fine.
That's not normal.
Me and Kelsey have talked about it, where it's like, if I went and got like even high functioning diagnosis, you have to be nicer to me.
That's the thing. Oh man. Okay, so my true fear about it is that I would go in for the autism diagnosis and then they would come back and say, actually, you're completely normal. Whatever's wrong with
You're
you, that's
neurotypical,
you.
sir.
It's just you.
That's you.
You did this to yourself.
And I'd be like, oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh no. That is like a legitimate fear of just them going, nah, you're just normal. Whatever you've squandered, whatever you've done, I don't know. We need to study you.
Put you in this cage.
We need to
I'm
know
writing my
why
doctor's
you know
thesis
about
about-
the skibbity toilet shadow magic. And you're just like, please.
Okay, so this is all season 1 stuff we've been talking about. Season 2
I have
was,
not seen. I've
Oh
not
my
seen
gosh.
season 2.
they've realized like the best part of the shows, and they've like upped it, so it's even more wholesome, and they've taken out all the kind of annoying parts of it, all the reality
Got rid
aspects.
of Danny.
Danny's back, and Danny's back, and now she's wanting something a little more than just a relationship. Something
She
more.
wanted family.
Oh no, just some. She wants some intimacy, if you know
Oh.
what I mean.
Oh, she want to bang.
Well, I mean, she kissed on the first date,
I know.
and then
Listen,
afterwards she's like, I should not have done that."
I should not have done that. Oopsie.
Well, no, that shows some self-reflection.
So Danny has a very interesting arc where kisses on the first date with a guy. It's like, oh, I love him. It's so sweet. Never talks to him again. Goes to another guy.
No, she breaks up with him over the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sees another guy.
Chat
Does the
move.
same. Does the same thing. Breaks up with that guy. Goes back to the first guy.
Damn, she working it. That ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, she doing it. Is that animation girl?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
animation girl.
What is her animation thing? What is it?
Oh,
I
I'd
haven't
have to
watched
find
any of it. They don't show any of it on the.
I need to know what like kind of cartoon she wants to make.
Just search "Love on the Spectrum" animation.
All right, I'm looking.
Yeah.
I want to see what her card.
Honestly, I'm now follow like most of them on TikTok because that's where they do most of their videos, and I'm like, I love
Okay.
this. I just want to see how they're doing.
Oh God, there's spoilers. I don't want
We kind of explained most of it to you, but no, look, then watch it first.
Okay, I'll look at her cartoon later.
I love it so much.
Is it bad? My first idea was in preparation of dating Danny. I would draw a cartoon better than hers, and be like, I have surpassed you.
Oh yeah, how's this?
No, you don't get. She is about the grind, Kevin. If that is what you bring to the table, she is putting you to work.
Oh damn
Yes.
it! No, because I hate doing cartoons. They're hard.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really hard. I just wanted to do it for the bit to demoralize and to establish dominance, and then never again.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
no,
look, check it out, I'm a catch.
really
She's
hard.
like,
I've tried. It's really hard. It's not worth it. That's why I only draw dumb
know.
comics in MS Paint, because I could do that. Animation
Uh,
is a fucker.
so,
it is.
on the opposite side of this, there is also a show called Down for Love.
Okay,
What?
I was thinking about this, and I was really worried it was going to be called "Down with the Love Sickness."
No, that's
no,
even better. And you have
But-
ooh ah.
But it's Australian, so it's handled very well.
Okay.
It's honestly, it's amazing. And also Love on the Spectral Australia, because they have so many more resources than America has ever had.
Well, of
God,
course. You mean a country with a functional social mental health service like the rest of the
A
world?
safety net for its citizens? How novel.
You mean yeah, they would have mental counseling and stuff for people with this instead of saying, "Well, hope you have insurance, dog."
No, but like it, I immediately thought like, oh, it's gonna be bad. No, it's good. It's just as sweet as the other one because I'm pretty sure it's like the same guy.
Okay, good.
Well, that's good.
Good.
Because I always get the
That's,
worry like
How
oh we're gonna go American TV show.
were these on TLC?
I don't know.
Because I
Maybe
think they seem too good to be on
Okay,
TLC.
so where are you watching
like
this on Netflix
Australian
or
deals.
Max or whatever? Where are you watching this show?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That means it probably was not on TLC, because then that'd be on Max. That's like where the trash reality goes.
Yeah.
Unless TLC bought it for cheap, like how anime was back in the day, where
Yeah.
it would just it's like, all right, here's this cartoon, we can buy it for half price. We'll just put it on because it came from Japan.
They're buying stuff like Mazen Kaiser SKL because it's just like, I don't know, just cheap.
Listen, Captain Tsubasa, huge in like South America.
Yeah.
They love the soccer cartoon. Which makes sense because they made a cartoon about the world's most popular sport. Of course it would
Yeah.
be popular.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Look, mainly there's a character in season 2 that Drew I think you'll love. Named what's his name? I think his name was Connor. He's the best. It's amazing. He may be the he has the funniest interactions. That's all I'll say, and it's very heartwarming. Oh my god. Anyway, that's the one spectrum. Please, people, go watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I hope
it's
more of
way
it.
better than you're gonna see it and you're gonna and then you're gonna watch it and you're like,
So would you describe it as the young Sheldon of reality TV? Where you're going
no,
in
it's better than that.
where you're
No, yeah.
Well, I don't know. The more young Sheldon I see, the more I upgrade it into like a decent good show.
More
It's
okay.
just the premise
and-
is you're looking at it, you're going no, but it actually works out. It's pretty good.
Speaking of other weird shows or movies, how's Roadhouse doing?
Yo, Roadhouse is sick.
Texas Roadhouse or Logan's Roadhouse?
No, the classic Patrick Swayze movie Roadhouse from 1989.
Well, first, Drew, to answer your question, Texas Roadhouse. But also, okay, I wanted to ask if it was the new Roadhouse or the old Roadhouse.
Old Roadhouse.
Okay.
Old Roadhouse is just like I'm gonna come at this from reverse chronologically, but Old Roadhouse is just like the precursor to Jack Reacher. It's the exact same thing.
He's just so big he solves problems.
Well, see, Patrick Swayze is not huge like Jack Reacher, as is commented, but he
just kicks good.
He just punches and does karate and is smart and is like handsome. So it's more like when Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher, where he wasn't as like huge, but just overwhelmingly capable, and that's kind of it. Because Patrick Swayze.
That was still weird to me because the whole point of Jack Reacher is he's just gigantic, isn't it?
Well, the point is that, as described by the author in the book, it is a David versus Goliath story. But what if Goliath was the good guy and also won because he was huge and smart? That's like. The secret sauce to Jack Reacher is he is also incredibly large and will beat you at a fight, but if you try to outthink him, he is equally smart.
I'm as smart as I am.
Giant in intellect.
Yeah. So you're trying to like come up with some plan and he sees through it, but generally the most smart thing to do is I'm going to headbutt you in the face because I'm like I have a foot and 100 pounds on you. So that's the smart thing to do. It's not like
I have a very good hammer to solve these nails with.
But that's Roadhouse. He comes in, there's a bar, it's owned by an evil, rich southern man who owns the town and is terrorizing it with his goons, and then Patrick Swayze has to systematically beat up and kill all of them. Damn it. It's great.
So, Roadhouse has the problem of, like all Patrick Swayze movies, I don't know Patrick Swayze movies enough, so they all homogenize into one. So Roadhouse and Dirty
Oh,
Dancing
that's
and
100%.
Ghost.
Oh yeah,
I thought Roadhouse was Dirty Dancing because it's similar. Of like, oh, here's the bar and the parties and the lone handsome. You know, they all. But Roadhouse is great. Thumbs up, Roadhouse. There's some good kick. He rips out a man's throat with kung fu powers.
yeah. They all just kind of start. You're right. They all sort of just like start coming together. I mean, Ghost, Roadhouse, Dirty Dancing, Point Break.
Yeah.
You know, Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. You know, they're the same kind of movie.
Same thing.
Also, some not Carl Urban. Some
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell movies blend in there too.
Yeah, because it's that hair.
Yeah.
It's that kind of wavy mullet. Also in Roadhouse, there is a Chekhov's monster truck. where the villains keep driving around in a monster truck, and you're just waiting for them to use it. And they do. It's great. Great dumb 80s action movie film. Like, I loved it.
Just awesome. Just awesome to put on and watch in the back.
Oh, it's great. Fantastic. I think it's better than the new season of Reacher. I
hate to hear that.
I finished, and like, man, they just missed the point of Jack Reacher. There's too many things that like Jack Reacher could not solve the last season of Reacher because he had to call in Navy SEAL commandos and hackermans, and you're like, no, Jack Reacher can't do this.
There were 3 other Jack Reachers, is what you were saying.
There were. Well, there's 3 other Jack Reachers, and he had to call in even more Jack Reachers.
You don't know.
Jack Reacher doesn't need help.
He doesn't.
He's big and strong.
He is big and strong. The most is he will call in his black girl sniper pal, and she'll show up and do some sniping to give him some cover. That's about all he needs.
And he's like, listen, my fists only have a certain reach, so I need you to back me up.
I need you to shoot the other sniper so I can go in and punch this rich southern man to death. And he's like,
I need you to shoot the guns out of people's hands so I can start punching.
Yeah, that's what you want. But no, this is like there are key aspects, and there's this like the stupid entire subplot with this arms dealer, and then at the end they just shoot him in the chest with a gun. But they spent several, like 20 to 40 minutes of this man and how he's like sneaking across the country and trying to steal identities to make the arms deal. And at the end, they just shoot him. And it's not funny. It's just kind of like, well, that was wasted. They kept trying to make you think he was going to fight Jack Reacher using some knife kung fu. And he never does. Because he keeps using like knife katas on people. And you're like, oh, is this going to be like the final boss where Jack Reacher has to fight the nimble knife man with his large... And how's that going to... No. There's not. there's just not. It's just disappointing.
Man.
Yeah. But Roadhouse is great. Thumbs up. I watched it because apparently... That is Sheldon's mom's favorite movie on Young Sheldon. And there was an episode where she watches Roadhouse, but doesn't want the other people in her church to know that she watched such a sinful movie.
It's like, no. Sheldon's mom, that shit's awesome. I agree with you.
Yeah. No,
God will be like, yeah, I love that movie.
That was like how she bonded with Sheldon's older brother, as they both bonded because they liked the movie Roadhouse, and it was a cute episode.
Oh.
It's a good shit. It punches above what you'd think. I will sing the praises of Young Sheldon.
Well, do we want to talk about some movies that aren't wholesome at all?
Yeah, tell us about some crap.
Yeah. Oh no, this isn't crap. These are great.
No, that's what I mean. You know what I mean.
Movies. Oh, no.
I'm willing to call Saltburn crap.
No. Which part of Saltburn did you not like?
What is Saltburn?
Saltburn's this British movie about a guy who's like endearing himself to like rich friends at a boarding school.
Yeah. he's like a normal person that goes to like a really fancy rich college, and he's trying to like get in with the richest popular guys.
Oh, so he's trying to smooth his ways to the top.
Exactly. And it takes some turns.
I thought it was trying a little too hard to be an art film.
Yeah. So, from what I heard about this movie, is everyone has a moment where they go, huh,
Have you
on
seen
certain
it?
scenes. Yes. Which,
Okay.
have you seen it?
Uh, um.
Oh, no.
So I came into it when they were going to see the main character, the guy from Banshee of Innistrion's parents for his birthday.
Oh,
That's when
oh
I
my,
came into the movie.
oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Was Kelsey watching it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she explain to you what had been happening? Or did you kind of jump in? All right.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts of that movie, to me. Is I don't want to say too much because it's very interesting. Go watch it. But there's like, so that means you missed
Big
like
twist.
two.
Big
you
twist.
missed two very good like psychosexual scenes.
Oh, it's one of those.
But you did get to see the best one, which is the grave.
Graveyard.
Yes, that's the one. All right,
I'm
you are
looking at
right.
the Wikipedia
is-
page, and one of the characters' names Elspeth. I'm like, oh, like the Magic the Gathering character.
Oh no, because they're like lords of this ancient manor.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like the upper crust of British society.
Yeah, they are old money. They are
Yeah.
old money.
Oh.
And our character Oliver, who are following around, is his family was like druggies, is what he's telling everyone, and he's like, yeah, my dad died from overdosing, and I don't really want to go home for the summer, so his rich friend's like, oh hey, come with me, but you don't know if hey, is he kind of gay for his friend? Is it just friendship? Like, oh, he's kind of into his friend's sister. There's
Oh, I'm seeing when he's into some stuff.
yeah.
He
Oh,
wants
there's
that gamer girl bathwater.
Whoa, that's a good scene too. Okay, Kevin, see the gamer girl bathwater scene. There are 2 to 3, maybe 4 more scenes just as shocking as that.
Oh, okay. So we're in that level of like we're in
Yeah.
the gross horror.
But it's like there's no horror because there's really no.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
more like
yeah.
so I will say like watching the tail end of that got me in the mood to be like, I should rewatch Old Boy. That's streaming on Netflix right now.
Okay, so it's that kind of tone. Old Boy where it's like, nah, this is fucked up.
Exactly.
This is not like you're supposed to be looking at going, yo, that's fucked up, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Really good. I will honestly say that's a recommend for me. I like it. Very artsy. It is like 2.5 hours long, so like strap in.
Listen.
And stuff doesn't start until maybe an hour in.
The only thing I'm gonna spend watching 2.5 hours for is the Walton Files. The Five Nights at Freddy YouTube video series that starts off incredibly cringe. Like, it's as a incredibly cringe fan creation. But once you get about 2.5 hours into it and you're on like Walton Files 4, they start to figure things out.
Is this the new Skibidi toilet now?
No, this has been going. This was
Okay.
a Five Nights at Freddy's like fan thing that kind of became its own thing. And while still of that ilk, I think they're trying to do something with it. I respect they start showing events. Like they use their limitations as benefits, where they have crude 3D models and they can't really have cast. So instead of using live action people, they're kind of using PlayStation 1 like models as the human characters, which works when your whole thing is about humans dealing with animatronics, and they both kind of look robotic, and the merging of the two. Yeah, they're going somewhere.
Okay, never mind. I'm looking at the videos. These look okay.
Walton Files 1 and 2 are very rough, but Walton Files 4 is okay.
They don't look like cringe clickbait, and that's why
no, they're trying. They're not like a content farm. They're trying. What did get me is in one of their cartoon specials, I kept losing it because one of their characters looked exactly like Harrier Dubois. Like how they drew the ringmaster.
Oh wait,
he looks exactly like Harry.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Walton Files too. Yeah, that is Harry.
Yeah, it's just that one of their characters is just like animatronic Harrier Dubois. And I'm like, yeah, that's him. He's being haunted by like Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know, Harry would solve Five Nights at Freddy's.
Harry would solve Five Nights. Harry would solve a lot of issues. He just would come around them at a very opposite angle, but he'd get there. As long as he either needs to be less drunk or more drunk to solve problems.
But he can't be in the middle. He
can't be kind of drunk. Kind of drunk Harrier Dubois is not going to get it done. But sober or extremely wasted is going to get it done.
Okay, let me say I didn't know who this was until we got to this part of the conversation, and I was like, oh, it's, what's it called? The video game thing.
Yeah, Disco Elysium.
Yeah. That's what it took for me to be like, oh, this is Disco Elysium. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Spoiler, that's his name. It's one of the things where he doesn't know his name for a child.
Or is it? Who knows, right?
Yeah, I like it.
You have to find out yourself.
I think Harrier Dubois is such a good detective name. So I count it.
You know, why don't you just make that phone call with Harry? You know?
Oh, where he has to call. Oh man, where he has to call
that
he lost his gun.
No. When you're doing the phone call from memory.
Oh, that one. Oh man. Where you learn the crux of all of his issues. It's a very simple crux.
Goddamn, what a great game.
Damn.
I know. Some would say it's one of the top 10 games of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think actually might be on our top 5. I don't know.
It should be on the top 5. It's like, it's fucking solid. It's one of the best video game narratives I've ever seen. It's great. Welcome to Revachol.
Oh, well, it's no Soul Calibur 2.
No, well, that's a Tale of Swords and Souls eternally retold.
A real horrible thing that happened to that video game company. I mean, luckily there's nothing else happening with video game companies right now, right?
Well, as this comes out tomorrow, as recording, so I have a theory, and I think this is Microsoft's greatest move they've ever done. Because it looks like Microsoft is just ending Xbox entirely.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Is it their greatest move ever because someone's finally got to listen to the Xbox podcast?
That's true. But okay, so follow my logic here. If HBO Max can make an entire film and then throw it away for tax write-offs, imagine making an entire video game division and then writing it off for tax write-offs.
No, Kevin, not just that. Buying Activision Blizzard just to write it off.
Yeah, to write it off even more. Do you know how big that write-off is going to be? Like, Microsoft stock's worth like $3 trillion. After all these write-offs, they're going to be like $6 trillion. And the government's just going to be like, oh crap, they figured it out, and just start giving them money.
Where's the point where Phil Spencer comes out and says, guys, I messed up. Sorry about that.
Oopsie doodle.
All right. Oopsie dude. Starfield was a mistake. That's
they
on me.
lost Tim Dog.
All right.
That tweet where it's just some guy yelling, Microsoft has lost Tim Dog. Stuck in my brain. It's like
Jeff Gershman had a good idea about just like turning the Xbox into like a PC. Like effectively just making it a Steam Deck.
Yeah, like
so,
a
just
tower.
And just turn it into a tower that hooks up to your TV and still has like the ease of use of a console.
If the Xbox was just like a Steam, like if the Xbox ran Steam, like let's just say the Xbox just runs Steam at the caliber of my computer, but cost half as much, I think I'd be down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it was just
It's
like
more than just video game machine.
Yeah.
Because the worst part of dealing with video games is on the computer.
Installing drivers and
it updates and sometimes it doesn't work.
Troubleshooting.
And having to upgrade your computer or get a new one. It's like, nah, just...
And like, NRS still can't put out a functioning PC port.
No. No, the smartest thing to do is like Xbox is like, you know, we only have half our gamer base. Let's just sell the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Are you not going to buy Halo on the PlayStation? Like, I'll be like, I'll buy Halo, anniversary collection on my PlayStation. Sure.
Destiny's already there. It's already made by the Bungie guys.
Oh no, it's not because they're all gone.
Yeah, Bungie's like crumbling to dust. The live service, it's the sand it was built on was the global pandemic where no one could go outside, and now people.
Will I play Gears of War on my PlayStation? Of course, I'll buy it. Sure.
I mean, it's definitely what they're gonna start doing. PlayStation has such a market share of console owners. What's it? It's 2-1. Is PlayStation 5s to Xbox Series?
Yeah.
And then you have to wonder if the Xbox didn't have the smaller version, what would that market share
it'd be
like?
Disastrous. Yeah. The Xbox S or whatever, which is basically Steam but for Game Pass.
Clone?
Yeah. The Xbox S that people use just for Game Pass games that aren't like AAA games, but are showing up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's the people who I need a next-gen console and I can't afford. The lower price point is very attractive to me.
I can't find a PS5, so this will have to work.
Or just that's what. Or they're just going. Listen, like my Steam library, I'm gonna play this indie. I'm gonna play Dave the Diver on Game Pass or whatever. It doesn't need quadraflops to run. It'll just do it.
Everyone's like, oh, like PlayStation 1 console war. I'm like, guys, everyone has a Switch. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Also, the console. Yeah. Whoever wins the console wars, we lose. I remember the PlayStation 3.
Kevin, don't you argue that the PlayStation 3 at the end of its life cycle is the better console than the 360?
Well, did I say that?
I don't know. I'll have to fight you on that one if that's true.
I don't remember.
I don't think it was the better one, but it was...
I think I played more games on it.
Yeah.
But
I still think the 360 was like...
Because I remember you saying it because it was so contrary to popular narrative. And
it sounds like something I would say.
I was going to say, it's probably one of those things where Kevin just said it, didn't process it through the whole way before saying it, but then it was already out there.
And I could have also said it when I was on Xbox 360 number 3 or 4.
Also true. PS3 did not red ring.
No. My PlayStation 3, I think it did break once.
Okay, mine did as well, but it got fixed within 2 weeks, and I'm like, all right, cool.
I went through 3 Xboxes.
PS3 backed the correct horse of it was a Blu-ray player.
That was also true. HD DVD for life. Get that dongle.
Get those garbage forms of media out of here.
Yeah, we want
I really thought it would be funny if Sony lost a second time, it's beta tape 2.0. Oh, yeah. But I guess they learned from beta. They're like, no, we know what we have to do this time.
We need to go in there. I'm excited to hear about what's going on.
I just wish it wasn't a podcast. I mean, I'm just gonna find the Polygon or Kotaku article.
I will let the video game pundit of my choice tell me what happened.
Let
Jeff Gershman.
Let Nextlander or Jeff Gershman tell me what's going on.
It'll be next week in video games, and old Skill Up in his Australian accent will tell me what's going on, and I'll say thank you, Skill Up, for doing this.
Thank you, Skill Up, for telling me about. Was it the day before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what a mess that game was.
I haven't watched or listened to like any Nextlander stuff.
Oh, I haven't at all.
It's been a while.
I have not.
I pop in for big news, but that's about it.
I listen to the Jeff Gershman podcast literally every week. I do not listen to Nextlander ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Well, part of it is there's a certain saturation, I think, like at least with me, where I don't listen. I used to listen to literally like every video game podcast, but now I don't, because sometimes I'm watching professional League of Legends, but also podcasts have gotten so long where one Castle Super Beast that I listen to on my walks lasts me about a week. Because I go for a 30-minute walk every day, and those things are 3 to 4 hours, so it's about that's all my video game podcast.
Yeah, it's 6 days.
Yeah. It does it. Then I'm like, well, then it's next week, and then I download the new one. So yeah, that's happening. What other things in the last 5 minutes?
Nolan, have you been working out? Are you making physical 100 people proud?
I'm walking a bit, but I haven't been working out.
Even just walking a bit, that's okay. I am fully endorsing walking, going for a walk every day.
Honestly, the last 2 weeks, lost 10 pounds. I'm pretty excited about that.
There you go.
All right. Yeah.
I'm loving this.
It's the Y chromosome. It's unfair.
Oh, believe me, yeah, you want to do it. Yeah, you can cut down to a certain weight, and then your body's like, no. there's so your body has this. Everyone has a special number, and that special number is if you're above here, I will let you go down to it. It's usually it's around 230 for some people, but if you're above it, they'll just be the pounds they'll just come off, and then you'll hit a part, and then it's nah, we're not anymore.
So I would argue everyone has 2 numbers. One is the American number they can cut down to.
Okay.
And the second is the global number, where if you lived abroad, you could then further shed down to.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. I would buy that. There's inside of you. There's 2 numbers.
Yeah.
There's your European number.
Your European number is in kilograms, and then your American number is in pounds.
Yeah. Ironically, they look like the same number.
Yeah. Oh, but they're not.
They are not the same number.
You can take it a step further, and you can do your English number. And that's in stones.
Yeah.
That's more bullshit to deal with.
Quid out.
Oh wait, sorry. There's also another show I'm currently watching. It's called Come Dine With Me. It's just a show about British people doing dinner parties, and whoever has the best dinner party wins $1,000. No super high stakes, pretty chill, and it's just kind of mostly a fun time. They tried to do this in America, 4 episodes, and they canceled it.
That's about right.
Yep. Instead, we get My Super Sweet 16. That's what we deserve.
That's what we kind of, honestly, we do kind of deserve it.
Yep.
We deserve Honey Boo Boo and all of our, was it Love Island?
Yeah. MILF Manor.
MILF Manor.
I'm still disappointed that MILF Manor did not go.
F-Boy Island. F-Boy Island.
Yeah, F-Boy Island.
There's a new one that's just it's twins. It's 11 sets of twins on an island, and it's just the twins getting hooked up with other twins.
I want it to be everyone's competing with their twin to get higher scores.
Yeah, that'd be great, but that's not going to happen.
I've said it once and I'll say it
smart.
again. Without the threat of incest, these shows have nothing.
Yeah,
There has to be
Everyone
that
is-
danger.
the danger that
The MILF Manor, everyone is masked.
Yeah, like that's
We
what
need
I
the
want to
old
see.
The old boy element.
You need that old boy danger of like, oh god, because that's
it's blind.
TV.
It's blind love, but one of the contestants is your cousin. Then it's real dangerous.
It's that one episode of King of the Hill where Bill Joe Treef has to go out to the ancestral thing, and one of those women might be his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bobby is
You gotta
wearing the
make the right
thing.
choice.
Oh, that's like one of the best episodes of King of the Hill.
That is a strong episode. I can't remember. I had a clip on demand where it was just Bobby dressed up as the Southern dandy. He's like, "Allow this hate," and then Hank just throws the clothes out the window.
Get in the car.
Gilbert.
Gilbert. We need to make our magazine. God, that. It's a
I
great.
will say some of the final season episodes not that great, but I'm okay with it.
Well, that's any show.
There's like the Peggy's mom's farm or whatever.
I didn't like that episode because
No.
I mean, I don't like that episode, but on the counterpoint, I do think it's excellent character development that Peggy saves the ranch and her mom still does not love or respect her.
Yeah.
Like, she could do all of that, and her mom looks at her with disgust of like, no.
You left. How dare you go live your life, stay on the farm and suffer like I did.
In that regards, I think that episode is brilliant because that's a very human thing, but it's also very frustrating.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like the episode where Cotton gets Peggy to do physical rehab.
Oh yeah, where she walks again.
I was fine.
Because he
He
was
climbs
like,
to the top of that hill.
yeah. Because he was like, they said I'd never walk again. It's great.
I don't know. It's somewhere up there with using crack to catch fish.
Catch fish. Yeah.
Or Hank throws his back out and has to go to yoga.
I like the episode. It was on a Twitter discourse fairly recently where someone used AI imagery to say like Bobby would be a furry, and they'd be like, no, don't you remember the classic episode where Hank was dancing with Lady Bird?
Doggy dancing. Yeah.
That episode's incredible. I think that's one of my favorite episodes of King of the Hill because it's so bizarre. And also the bit where, like, Bill keeps getting attacked by the Rottweiler. It's really funny.
They forget, like, every episode of King of the Hill is Hank being introduced to something that he thinks is odd, and then realizing, oh, it's normal. Oh, it's cool.
Uh-huh. The rose growing.
Oh,
it's like, no, Hank, it's like farming. Oh.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments your favorite episode of King of the Hill, and I won't read them. Unless you agree with me.
Yeah.
Then I'll say, like, yeah, you're right. You're right, Kevin.
If not, you're wrong.
You're right. The episode where Dale thinks he has rabies is incredible.
The episode where Dale thinks he gets stuck in a time traveler car.
It was adorable when Dale went to try to go to Joseph to like the UFO thing, and he said, "Your aliens will take my son."
I love the joke whenever Nancy is like, "Do you want a beer, hon?" And like Dale and John Redcord both say, "Sure."
Sure. How did he know I wanted a beer? It's just so funny.
It's good.
Damn.
It's good. I think so. Later days, everybody.
It was like a good
Later
point.
days.
Bye.
Bye.